Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where I just hopped into the Euthonian Coalition real quick to ensure that they aren't fully maxed out and ready to fight. They aren't. They're getting there, but they're working on like Titans and long-term construction projects like that, so I think we give them another episode, and next episode we declare. The Yawn Company I think is perfectly fine. I didn't hop into them, but the Euthonians, they still need a little bit of work. This tech world here needs a job, easy enough. And this world here is already being worked on. Okay. That seems completely fine. Sonak Prime is being worked on as well. Any of these needing work? No. Relic activation is now possible, and we wanted the Rubricator because we want the minor artifacts here. So we'll go ahead and do that. And the reason that we want those is so that we can upgrade our Mega Art installation, which we can do now, but we can't actually do until we finish up our current Mega Structure construction. We've got 600 days on our Dyson Sphere, and we've got 800 days on our Ruined Ring section. Sounds good. So those should finish up fairly soon. Our stations over here are basically done. This one is done. This one will be done once the Citadel upgrade is complete, and we can put in our building slot and 3 more defense platforms. In the meantime, we are waiting on a bunch of defense platforms to finish up construction. Now, these aren't the most vital of things, right? We're just doing this in order to let the AI recover a little bit and make the war a little more sporting, shall we say. We're going to sell off a bunch of food here. Okay. We're going to buy in a few more consumer goods. And we're going to sell additional minerals for right now. Let's see how that pans out in terms of our economy. Okay. Barely any change on the energy credits, but honestly, when the Dyson Sphere finishes, we aren't going to care about energy credits anymore. So, that'll be fine. This thing is going to be absolutely insane. And we do still want to make a matter... what's it called? Matter decompressor site. That is still something that I'd like to try, just because I've never built one before. So we should probably find a location for that. Perhaps the Rebellion Vortex would be a good location. Perhaps. In fact, we could move down to the Rebellion Vortex. We're not going to be able to actually start construction on the construction site yet. But yeah, I want to build this, not because we need the minerals, but just because I want the experience of having built it, so that it kind of solidifies it into my mind for future playthroughs. So that'll be great. And in the meantime, we can always continue checking in on our colonies. We need a job on this Forge world, and honestly, a civilian fabricator is the way to go. We already have a Ministry of Production on there, so that's fine. What else do we need? Anything? Probably not a whole lot. We've just checked this, so yeah, that's completely fine. Okay, so I want to move 15 units from here. These are all splitting into new fleets? What? Oh, this is really awkward. Okay, so we're going to just move these units like so into this transport fleet. We don't have a general here. Oh yeah, our general died. That's right. We're going to recruit Joseph Bergeron here. Perfect. Okay, and then the rest of these are all going to go into Transport Fleet 18. Perfect. We lost an envoy. We don't care. That's completely okay. I'm definitely feeling the slowed population growth in the late game that they put in. Specifically on Earth, because this planet... Yeah, look at how slow that is. This planet is maxed out. We're not going to get anything else here. We've got more housing than we need, though. We could potentially drop a city district That will give us -8 housing and -3 jobs. So that's not actually helpful. We do have 4 jobs available here. That surprises me. Earth was maxed out, but it isn't anymore. Huh. Okay, well, something's going on there. Procyon Secundus requires a job, and this is a Forge world here. We'll just give it a civilian Replicomplex. Umzara Secundus is a mining world, allegedly, but it's also kind of a science world. Kind of. But it's mostly a mining world. We'll give it a research complex for now, and we're actually... This is going to be fine-ish. We're going to need 1 city district and 1 industrial district here, is I think what we're going to need. This research station requires a job, easy enough. What else do we have going on here? Answer, not a whole lot. Okay. So we need to start thinking about what our strategy is for dealing with the Euthonians and the Yawn. Are we declaring for the Euthonians or the Yawn is the first question that I have. So let's go ahead and go into this declare war. We're not going to do this right now. We'd be bringing them into the fold. Okay, so we could bring the Euthonians in. The Yawn are stronger, and so it would probably be best for us to bring the Yawn into the fold. Yeah, that would probably be the way to go. And that CB is available. So I think that would be the overall goal. And then the Euthonians, we'd have to do a separate war after, but they wouldn't have anyone else. They would stand on their own. So we would like, let's see, this is all Yawn over here. This is Euthonian here and here. This is Yawn. So there's definitely going to be some border gore after this, but there's already border gore, so there is that. I think we should start getting our fleets into position. Oh, this bastion is ready for its building slot. Fantastic. We'll put in a command center, and we will queue up its 3 defense platforms. Perfect. So, I think we need to get our fleets into position. The Kunlun is probably going to want to be out over this way. We'll put it at Farron for now. I'd like to clean up these locations immediately. So we'll send our 1st transport fleet, or rather our 4th transport fleet, over to here. And transport fleet 18 over to here. The 1st fleet can go here. 1st Federation here. 2nd fleet here. Then they should be sufficient to hold this front in theory, but I will send the 2nd Federation fleet over to here. Then the 3rd Federation fleet will attack over on this side. The 5th fleet will attack over here. And then the 3rd fleet will be responsible for defending and attacking over here on this side. And the 4th fleet, its goal for the time being is going to be to defend the L Gate. We don't want them making use of the L Gate. So we're going to clean up this area fairly quickly, and then push up into the Euthonians, I think. There's our Ring World section restored. That's wonderful. So we're going to immediately begin work on our Mega Art installation. I'm actually surprised that that finished before... Oh, we just didn't get the notification on the Dyson Sphere. Right, I've been noticing that we haven't been getting that. But that's okay, I guess. We do want to go ahead and colonize this over here for sure. There we go. And we do have a couple more ruined ring sections, but we can't work on those just yet. Okay. So it's going to be 2,400 days until we have all of this ready to go. There's our flash coolant. Sure. And we're going to go for... This one's cheapest. Fantastic. Okay, so our ships are largely in position, or getting there. This seems fine. We're still getting about 1,400 alloys per month. This Forge World requires jobs. What are we going to put on this thing? Like, no, seriously, what are we going to put on here? I have no idea. Just science? I'm kind of defaulting to science. We've maxed out what we can from industry, unless we were to drop the city districts and build more industrial districts. I suppose that's a possibility. Then we'd have to put in luxury housing. We'll need to put in some luxury housing anyway. That's definitely a little bit of a strange thing to get used to, honestly. The fact that you can only build one alloy foundry per planet, that's a little strange to get used to. I'll get used to it eventually, but for now, not so much. So these are continuing to finish up various constructions and get stronger and stronger all the time. As expected.
The conquest of a new world has begun.
Indeed it has. That is, of course, us landing on habitable section B here. And that's great. I wish we could get a third mega structure going at a time. That would be awfully nice.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Kinetic weapon damage finishing up here, and let's just go for defense platform damage. We have a bunch of defense platforms. We might as well boost their damage. So this is going to be the maxed out version of the Dyson Sphere. 2550 energy credits. That's insane. The investment is high, but the payoff is incredible. Good to know. So this fleet's primary job over here, and why is it so weak? Oh no, I guess it's not weak. For some reason I was thinking it was at 130 instead of 200, but no, that's not how this works. Its primary job is to defend this area until these fleets get freed up. Of course, this fleet is going to attack down here and get all this cleaned up. And these guys, they're going to sweep up this way and kind of take the Euthonians out of the war. And we're going to hope that by and large, our defense platforms are capable of dealing with the Yon fleets. We can actually look at that. These aren't particularly strong, but we don't necessarily know. Oh, the Euthonians just built a Juggernaut. I actually didn't see that when I was in their... when I was playing as them earlier. Well, not really playing, but when I was taking a look at their constructions and stuff. I didn't notice that they were building a Juggernaut. That's good to know. I don't care. I really don't care. So yeah, I mean, they've got some decently powerful fleets, but they're no match for us, realistically. Some of our stations, I mean, all of our stations, they're going to take losses attacking. Which is huge. We're very happy about that. We also need to keep in mind, we're not the only ones who are going to be attacking them. All of our allies are going to be as well. Yeah, we accept all of these. This is fine. Migration treaties are okay. For this playthrough, anyway. Maybe not for the next one. So the Ganges is just kind of chilling. That's fine. We're actually pretty far negative on energy credits again. I'm surprised about that. Somebody drive the price of alloys way up? Actually, yeah. This is almost maxed. Okay, fair enough. That explains it. Somebody's buying alloys. And we don't really care who. Ultimately, it's fine. We've got plenty of alloys. The price of alloys being super high is actually good for us right now. Once we finish our Dyson Sphere, we're not even going to care. It'll be completely fine. I'm definitely itching to start this war. But I said it would be after this episode. That's when it's going to be. Let's go through our colonies again. Anything else to be done up here? Yeah, this Forge World needs a job. It's in much the same position, except it's got this awkward generator district. I'm actually going to replace that with a city district. And that'll solve that job issue for right now. This one has a luxury residence. But we can upgrade to a civilian replica complex, and that is something that we will definitely do. This ring world could use an upgrade to its Cyto Revitalization Center. Excellent. Anything else? Not currently. Sounds good. So what's the overall plan for attacking these guys? The plan of attack is largely attack. Like, I'm not too worried about our defensive fronts, although we do have fleets that are going to be capable of responding to those. So, I do think by and large that our stations will hold. Overall. Now, will they hold forever? No. Will they hold against repeated assaults? No. But I'm hoping that they're strong enough that the AI just doesn't want to do it. Now look at this. We see over here a lot of ships. This is actually fairly dangerous. Okay. That's very interesting, actually. There's a lot of ships up here as well. I mean, they have a lot of fleets. Their fleets are overall weaker than ours. You know what we could do? We're currently maxed on alloys. We could go into our edicts, and we could do a grand fleet. There we go. That gives us plus 20% naval cap, which gives us just enough to squeak out another fleet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the mega shipyard here, and we're going to just build a single Megacampaign class corvette. Excellent. And with that built, do we have enough for a Titan? We can get another Titan. Okay, so we are then going to open up the fleet manager, and we're going to add in a formidable class Titan, a Kega class battleship, and an Ashoka class cruiser, and we already have the Megacampaign class corvettes. So we'll have a single Titan in here. We will have our 7 battleships and our 10 cruisers. And this isn't quite right. How many do we want? Oh yeah, destroyers. I forgot about destroyers. How could I do that? Okay, so we need to add in the Ryazan class destroyer. 20 and 48. There we go. That's more like it. This is going to cost 40,000 to build, and we can do that immediately. It's done. And we can pump these ships out incredibly quickly. The Titan is coming from the Sol Station, which I kind of would prefer that it actually come from the Mega Shipyard. Reason being, the Mega Shipyard will build it much more quickly. So we're going to do that instead. We're just shifting it over, and we'll have to manually tell it which fleet to go into. Excellent. So those corvettes are going to be pumped out very quickly indeed. And you can see here just how much more quickly the Titan is built out of the Mega Shipyard than it would be out of our other stations. Our other stations are not really the goal to build out of anymore. They're kind of backup, honestly, for the Mega Shipyard. But if the Mega Shipyard is fully queued up like it is right now, then this is fine. The Tadasca Station has finished up its queue, and Sol Station is completely done with everything in the queue, but there are a few more things building. So yeah, this is fine. We're honestly going to have this fleet built so quickly. That is actually kind of shocking how quickly we can build a full fleet. The main exception there being a Titan. So now we're half done with our battleships. And yeah, I mean, Titans are going to take a while, no matter what. But this is ridiculous. We just cranked out a whole fleet in like under a year. Minus the Titan. Titan is going to take another year. But that's fine. Not too concerned about it. Yeah, that's crazy. So we are full on food again. We're going to tank the price on that and just sit on our energy credits, I think, for now. Somebody keeps buying alloys and buying enough of them to keep the price basically maxed. It's not us. Our 200 alloy buy order should not be doing this. This only happens at the beginning of the month. You can see these coming back up. Somebody's buying in consistently. Fascinating. We're positive on energy credits again. Shocking. Did this finish? No. Okay. Very strange. Regardless, our Titan is almost half done. And that basically becomes what we're waiting on, is the Titan for the 6th fleet. I want to go through and make sure we have admirals for all of our fleets other than the Kunlun, which isn't really a fleet. The 3rd Federation fleet does need an admiral, and we will put in an unyielding admiral. Okay. And then the 5th fleet, who else? I mean, the 6th fleet obviously will need one. So that is fine. Ship upkeep reduction, but I kind of like Trickster. Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. So that fleet is progressing nicely. And I think that at the beginning, this will be relegated to a defense fleet. So we'll just send that over to Tadaska. And that Titan will be done, honestly, soon enough. Like, really, though. 200 days on that Titan. It's great. But yeah, look at that ship build speed. Insane. Absolutely insane. Plus 195%. Interesting that there's a separate modifier for ship build speed and ship build time. Weird. Okay. So you can see here 195% in the Mega Shipyard, and then Tadaska Station is actually the same 195%. I'm surprised by that. Because this has... Is the Mega Shipyard bonus Empire-wide? I didn't realize that if that's true. Let's see. Modifiers. Huh. It's not in here. Which I guess is why I didn't realize that that's Empire-wide, but I guess it is. Cool. Okay, we'll take it. So there's no need to switch the Titan build then. I just assumed that there was. But yeah, this has that 100% ship build speed, and I guess that's Empire-wide. Neat. So, I mean, we're definitely going to need some defensive fleets, and we're going to need a bank of alloys to reinforce with. I wouldn't mind getting potentially a larger bank. Let's go ahead and look for anything that has empty building slots. There's nothing. Okay. I can't say I'm shocked by that. Slightly disappointed, though. We just lost an admiral. Okay, which admiral did we lose? I wish the tooltip had said who they were assigned to, but... The one that we just put into the 6th fleet? Wait, no. This is the Titan. We can do this. Did we have an unassigned admiral? We may have. I guess we did. Very strange. We're going to tank the price of minerals a bit. Excellent. And of course, we want to build a bank backup of minerals. I'm going to stop selling these minerals. And yeah, this is probably going to put us negative in our next month of energy credits. That's fine. Once we have our Dyson Sphere finished, we'll have no more energy issues, for sure. And we are going to attack the Athonians at some point soon. We are full on alloys right now, and that means that we're going to attack, well, the Allied interlinked systems very, very soon. The 6th Fleet is ready to defend, so that's fantastic. And at this point, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to attack the Allied interlinked systems. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.